Good morning, students. Welcome my channel Bhuloks Mathematics. Last class I have already discussed about the multiple choice question, which is very important for board examinations like chse and cbse. Let us come and start some new MCQ, which is very important for examinations of our concerns. So, what is the principal value of cos inverse cos 2 pi by 3, sin inverse sin 2 pi by 3. Answer is pi by 2, pi, 2 pi by 3 and 4 pi by 3. Which is correct? Write down the answer. Question number 1. Cos inverse cos 2 pi by 3. Here it is sin inverse sin 2 pi by 3. What is the principal value? Okay, we know the principal value of cos inverse. The principal value of sin inverse x, that is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Sin inverse x is always lies between this interval. A cos inverse x is always lies between 0 to pi. 0 to pi. So this is the principal value. But here it is 2 pi by 3. Here it is also 2 pi by 3. How can you bring this into this interval? Okay, so write down cos inverse cos pi plus pi by 3, pi minus pi by 3, that is 3 pi minus pi, that is 2 pi by 3. Here it is written as sin inverse sin pi minus pi by 3. Okay, so cos pi minus theta, you remember cos pi minus theta, which is lies in the second quadrant, whose value is minus. Cos pi minus theta, that is minus cos theta. So cos inverse minus cos pi by 3 sin pi minus theta, that is sin theta. So sin inverse sin pi by 3. So suppose cos inverse minus x, you know one formula, cos inverse of minus x, that is pi minus cos inverse x. Cos inverse minus x, that is my pi minus cos inverse cos pi by 3. Pi minus cos inverse cos pi by 3. Sin inverse sin pi by 3 is equal to pi by 3. Cos inverse of cos pi by 3, that is pi by 3. So here we get pi minus pi by 3 plus it is pi by 3. So minus pi by 3 plus pi by 3 cancel. So the result is pi. So the principal value of cos inverse cos 2 pi by 3 plus sin inverse sin 2 pi by 3 is pi. So here in choice pi by 2, pi, 2 pi by 3 and 4 pi by 3. So the correct answer is pi. Principal range of cos inverse x is 0 to pi, closed interval. A principal value of sin inverse x is minus pi by 2 plus pi by 2. Always you have to bring this value into this intervals, principal range. Okay, so this is the answer of this question. Question number 1 is completed. Now let us take the question number 2. Write down question number 2. Question number 2. Integration of Question number 2. Integration of minus pi by 2. Here it is pi by 2 cos to the power 5 x dx. What is the value? Okay. So we know one formula. Integration from minus a to plus a fx dx, whose value is 0 when fx is odd function. 2 times 0 to a fx dx when fx is even function. We know it. Here fx minus a to a means pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Fx is equal to cos 5x. Fx is equal to cos to the power 5x. How can you check it is an even function? A function fx is said to be even if f of minus x is equal to fx. F of minus x, checking. Cos of minus x to the power 5. Cos of minus x is always cos x. So it is cos to the power 5x. That is fx. So cos to the power 5x is always even function. So it is a even function. Fx is equal to cos to the power 5 is a even function. Remember, even function. When it is a even function, then applying this formula 2 times 0 to a fx dx. Okay, so write down. This can be written as write down 2 times 0 to pi by 2 cos to the power 5x dx. Okay, cos to the power 5x dx. Now we have to do this integration. 0 to pi by 2. Here it is cos to the power 4th x into cos x dx. So that can be written as 2 times 0 to pi by 2 cos square x whole square. Here it is cos x dx. Cos square x is equal to 1 minus sin square x. 0 to pi by 2 1 minus sin square x whole square into cos x dx. Always put sin x is equal to t. Write down sin x is equal to t. Sin x is equal to t. Once you put means you have to differentiating on both sides with respect to x. So dt by dx is equal to cos x. So dt is equal to cos x into dx. Once you put means you have to change the limit. When x tends to 0, that means you have to put here x 0, sin 0, 0. T tends to 0. When x tends to pi by 2, means you have to put x is equal to pi by 2 here. T tends to 1 because sin pi by 2 is 1. So the integral becomes, write down, this integral value will become 2 times, when it is 0, t 0. When pi by 2, it is 1. Here it is 1 minus t square whole square. In place of cos x dx, we have to put dt. Okay, so now we get 2 times a minus b whole square, a square plus b square minus 2t square whole into dt. Integration from 0 to 1. So that can be written as 2 dt integration is 1. T, here it is t to the power 5 by 5 minus 2 t cube by 3. 0 to 1. Now we have to put the upper limit minus lower limit. So this is 1. Here it is 1 by 5. Here it is minus 2 by 3. Because upper limit here t. 0 means 0. So the 2 here, LCM is 15. Here it is 15 plus 3, 5 in minus 10. So the result is 15 plus 3, 18. 18 minus 10. It is 16 by 15. Answer is 16 by 50. Okay? 16 by 50. 5 into 3, 15. Here it is 15 plus 1 minus 2 into 5. 2 into 5, that is 10. 15 plus 3, 18. 18 minus 10, that is 8. 8 into 2, that is 16 by 50. So the answer is no there. So it is none. Write down, answer is none. Answer is none. Okay? Answer is none. The answer is 16 by 50. Okay? So let us take another question. Question number 3. Write down question number 3. What is the integrating factor of differential equation cos square x dy by dx plus y is equal to tan x? What is the integrating factor? So write down the integrating factor. Question number 3. Cos square x into dy by dx plus y is equal to tan x. First of all, you have to divide in cos square x. Write down dividing cos square x. So dy by dx plus y by cos square x is equal to tan x by cos square x. Okay? So this is LD. dy by dx, px into y is equal to qx. This is LD, linear differential equation. P is 1 by cos square x, that is sec square x. Q is tan x by cos square x. Okay? When it is LD, integrating factor formula is there. IF is equal to e to the power p dx. That is one formula. Integrating factor e to the power p dx. E to the power p. P means sec square x. Sec square x into dx. Integration of sec square x, that is tan x. E to the power tan x. Okay? The integrating factor is coming out e to the power tan x. So here it is tan x, e to the power tan x plus cos x, c cos x, e to the power c sec x. So the answer is e to the power tan x. E to the power tan x is the correct answer. Okay? Next we are to discussing about question number 4. Write down the question number 4. A is equal to cos alpha minus sin alpha 0, sin alpha cos alpha 0, 0, 0, 1. Then what is the value of A into adjoint A? Okay? A into adjoint A. First of all, given write down question number 4. A is equal to cos alpha minus sin alpha 0. Sin alpha, here it is cos alpha, here it is 0. 0, 0, 1. So it is a matrix. First of all, we have to find out the determinant of A. Cos alpha minus sin alpha, it is 0. Sin alpha, here it is cos alpha, 0, 0, 0, 1. What is the determinant value? Cos alpha. So write down cos alpha. Evaluation. Cos alpha, you have to omit these rows, these columns. Cos alpha minus 0. Here it is minus, means it is sin alpha. Here it is minus sin alpha, minus plus. You have to break this. This cancel. So that is sin alpha. So cos alpha into cos alpha, that is cos square alpha. Sin alpha into sin alpha, that is sin square alpha. It is the evaluation, plus minus plus. Cos square alpha plus sin square alpha is 1. It is 1. Cos square alpha plus sin square alpha is 1. We know A into adjoint A, formula is always mod A into I3. So because it is a third order matrix, mod A I3. Value of mod A is 1. It is 1. So it is I only. Okay. The value of A into adjoint A, the value is I. So question answer is there I, 2I, 3I, 4I. So the correct answer is I. Okay. A into adjoint A is always mod A into I. First of all, you have to find out the determinant value. The determinant value can be evaluated plus, minus, plus, side. Then this, okay. This is the answer of question number 4. Now let us take another question. Question number 5 of today's class. So write down question number 5. What is the primitive? What is the primitive of e to the power x into x divided by 1 plus x square? Primitive means antiderivative or integration. So what is the integral value of e to the power x into x divided by 1 plus x square? Primitive, understand? Primitive means antiderivative or integration. So write down. Integration of e to the power x into x divided by 1 plus x whole square into dx. This is the primitive. Primitive means integration or antiderivative. Antiderivative means integration. Integration is the process by means of which we have to find a function whose derivative is given. Here it is a derivative given. Our aim is to find out the value of function. So this can be written as e to the power x. Here it is 1 plus x minus x minus 1. One added and another one subtracted. One added and one is subtracted. So this by this minus this by this. E to the power x whole into this by this means 1 by 1 plus x minus 1 by 1 plus x whole square into dx. We know one formula. We know one formula, integration of e to the power x whole into fx plus f dash x dx. The result is e to the power x into fx plus c. Here it is e to the power x. It is a function plus whose derivative is there. So this integral value is always e to the power x into fx plus c. If we choose this is fx, write down fx is equal to 1 by 1 plus x, f dash x is equal to minus 1 by 1 plus x square whole square. Okay, here it is fx, derivative is f dash x is minus 1 by 1 plus x whole square. So this is in this form, e to the power x whole into fx plus f dash x. So the integral value is always answer e to the power x into fx 1 by 1 plus x plus c. So this is the answer of this question. But in question, that is e to the power x divided by 1 plus x plus c e to the power minus x divided by 1 plus x c e to the power x divided by 1 plus x whole square? None. So the correct answer is e to the power x plus e to the power x divided by 1 plus x. This is the correct answer. Okay? This is the correct answer of this question. Thank you to all for watching my videos. Please subscribe my channel, like my channel and share my channel.